It's time for another Work Order Wednesday. The first work order today is going to be Wizard of Oz. It says that the which side reader is off, and indeed it is. Let's give it the old. No? What about? Alright, maybe there's actually a reason for it. We'll just open this guy up. So right here is where a board for the reader gets power. And these connectors are honestly really not that great. I haven't quite figured out if it's maybe the pins that are loose or the wires that are loose. But very often, especially like right here where it's opening and closing a lot and moving, the connection becomes less stable. So the simplest thing I can do is get like a blade in there and try to bend the pins closer together. And if that doesn't do it, I can always repin this connector. I gotta see if I have more of these MiniFit Junior pins. If I don't, I have to order some, but sometimes bending that closer together is enough. So let's get that plugged back in. Let's see, did our reader turn on? Yes, it did. So just to test it, I'm gonna kind of shake this around and we'll see what happens. Yeah, you see how it turns off and on. So for now, we'll take this guy out. And right here is actually a new one. But first, I just want to look at this board. And I'm gonna look at those pins right there. Make sure none of them are broken and they all look good. So we'll plug in the new one and we'll plug that in. One of these days will come around and I'll hardwire these boards into game power, but that is not today. Now our reader is on, and if I move this around, we stay on. Cool. Alright, so let's close this up and let's move on to the next work order. That one is going to be Bowler Roller, of course. And I can already see the problem. If we look at it, the ball's not right here, it's back there, and there is no air for the ball. Normally if the ball is in there, it'll say air ball, but it doesn't, which means that once again our settings got changed. So let's go back this way, behind all the games, and right here is Bowler Roller. $10, it says BAL instead of BWL. So we'll turn the game off, hold down up and left, turn the game back on, and looks like I owe you guys $10. We are actually set to the correct game. Okay, that's weird. Guess I'll just power cycle this again. And now it says air B, or air ball. Okay, what the heck? So let's come back up here and we have the air now, and we have the LEDs now. Let's retrieve our ball. Our air goes away. Let's give it a play test. We push it, and then we have to simulate a win. Do we get a ticket? We did not get a ticket. Now either there's no tickets, they might be jammed, and yeah, if I press the feed button, they don't move. Which means that they're jammed, and yeah, you can kind of tell right in there that they're not coming out straight. So the whole ticket mech is actually really easy to remove. We just gotta like pull it back. It's hard to do one-handed, but you can see that little hook right there. We just pull it back and it pops out. And yeah, look at that. Oh, that's jammed up. Let's feed the broken stuff out. Now when we feed it, we want to stop it right after a notch. So right about there. Now we can cut that. Press it back down, make sure it feeds properly. There we go. You see that's coming out now. And again, stop it right after a notch right there. Now we should be able to peel it. Okay, let's lock the door and test it again. And we got a ticket. Cool. Alright, moving on. Next one is for Godzilla VR. And that one says that the headset face pad is tearing, and Yep, that sure is. Unfortunately, I don't have these. These are a different kind of headset, and I don't have this specific face mask. But what I will do is check to see if the ones that I have work. Okay, so up here somewhere, oh, right there. These are the only pads that I have. These ones are actually for these headsets. This is an HTC Vive headset. I also have this guy, which is used, but that one is for these HP Reverb headsets. See, this just kind of fits in right there, just like that. So I don't think either one of these are going to work. Godzilla uses these headsets, which are DPVR headsets, and they have a special mask just for them. So I had to reach out either to maybe Raw Thrills or maybe DPVR to find these face pads. But yeah, that guy is definitely not good. So I'll get that email sent. In the meantime, we're going to move on. Next, we got to come over to Skee Ball. Skee Ball number 1. They said the sound is not working, so let's try it. Yeah, I don't hear any sound. Just to be sure, does this sound work? Yes, it does. So let's open her up. All right, am I lucky? Is it just a broken wire? Nope. No, it doesn't look like it. Oh, our speaker wires go through here, into this connector, through these wires, and this guy. And actually, it's unplugged. Why the heck is it unplugged? Let's plug that back in, and let's see. I got sound. Cool. Again. Cool. All right, the sound is fixed. I don't know why that was unplugged. Cool, well, I'm glad that was easy. Next one is Monopoly Roller Goal Side 2. It says that the card reader is glitching. Well, right now it looks fine. Huh. What happens when I tap it? Alright. Alright. I got 30 tickets and it looks fine. Just be sure they didn't mean Monopoly Side 1. It's just this side 2. $30 tickets again. Alright. Alright. Both sides look like they're working fine. Let's move on. Gotta head over to Tower Tickets. There she is. And it says that the yellow side card reader is cracked. And yeah, I concur. I would definitely consider that cracked. So up here I have some working readers. We'll grab one of these guys. And I'm gonna need an 8mm socket. I don't know where my 1/4" socket went, so we have to use this one. Alright, should be simple. We have 4 nuts. Actually, I guess we only have 3. Now we can pull the reader out a little bit. Get our connector disconnected. There we go. New reader. Got it plugged in. Let's see if it works. And it should be good, but it's good to check. Alright, well, boot it up. Does it coin up? Yes, it does. I also want to make sure that it pays out. So let's see how many games it takes me to win one of these. Oh. Hey. I got a 300. Alright, and I won 302, but it's close enough. Alright, I got the reader secured. We're all good here. As for this guy, I have spare screens, so I'll get that replaced. But I've already made a video on that. It's been quite a while, so maybe I'll make another one. But yeah, moving on. The next work order is for Jurassic Park again. This time they say that the left laser is off. Okay, let's see what happens. Yep, it is indeed off, but you know, this one's probably my fault. When I was in here the other day, I calibrated it from that seat instead of this seat, so I wasn't probably aiming correctly. No big deal, we'll do it again. Top left, now bottom right. Might as well redo this side too. Okay, well that actually didn't really help. Towards the left, it's way more off. See how I'm pointing on the left on screen, but not in real life, and as I move it this way, it kind of lines up better. Man, look what happens. When I'm in the calibration menu, all the way to the right, you can see my P1 values at around 1100. And as I move my gun to the left, it counts up. But then once I reach right there, it drops all the way back down. So I'm going to recalibrate it with that number at the top. And then to do the bottom right like normal. Oh yeah, that's much better. All the way that way. All the way that way. We're looking good. Also making sure that this side still works, and yeah, it looks good. Alright, now that we know Jurassic Park is good, we have to go back to Monopoly Unit 2, and it says that some of the LEDs are out. Looking around, trying to figure out what they're talking about. Oh, look at that. See right here how it's all lit up, and then right here it's not. Well, if you look over on that side, this side has it lit up all the way. But what's really weird is that this side is also off. And not only that, but right around here is where it's cut off, almost right where the cabinet ends. And on this side, it's right around the same spot. This is future, Anthony. Monopoly actually took quite a while to do, but as you can see, I did fix it. So it's gonna get its own video. And also, that's going to conclude this episode of Work Order Wednesday. Thank you.